So today on Project Shop, I'm actually re-recording the introduction to a massive weekend scrap out we're having. I accidentally deleted like 3 videos, but it was pretty much me just yapping away. We literally had tons of light fixtures to go through. These actually are from some massive LEDs. Wait till you see how much those LEDs weighed. And this is some of the bits here. Oh, we recovered a ton of aluminum, extruded cast, some nice hardware. Stay tuned because it's probably going to be 2, maybe even 3 videos. We're going to get right to it. There's a little bit of time lapse in the beginning. We break down a ton of light and I actually do a little welding job while we were breaking down some light. So I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, we're back at it and we have an absolute mess. We got shit everywhere, man. I had to make some room in the shop because I got a little welding job I'm going to do. We got Oliver here, and unfortunately looks like we got double aluminum transformers coming out of these things, so that really sucks. But we'll add it to our iron aluminum pile. We're gonna let him get on this and you know, knock this stuff out real quick. We'll start piling it back on this trailer, and then we still have a bunch of tons of scrap in here, and these big old heavy, I think there's a lot of extrusion aluminum in here, these things down here. I don't know if we'll get to them today, but we're gonna have like a little weekend scrap marathon, try to blow all this scrap out, clean the shop, finally finish cleaning off the table. But for now I have a little welding job to do. I think this is for a hot water heater or something. I need to make 2 triangles, basically like this. Okay, I guess. Huh. That's interesting. So I have a schematic the guy gave me. So I need to drill 2 holes for mounting. Doesn't specify where, but this piece is not it's not long enough, so that's interesting. I mean, this is the stuff he gave me, so this is how I'm going to weld it, and it doesn't specify the size. It says 1/4 inch nut and bolt, 1/2 inch anchor, so I guess we need 1/2 inch holes here and 1/4 inch on the top. Problem I see is you run into a problem with this, trying to get the bolt through there. I don't know, maybe we'll put one here and one there. I really hate things like this where it doesn't really specify. It's for a hot water storage tank. Yeah, someone got the measurements wrong. I wonder if I have any of this stuff. I don't know. I'm just gonna give them what. Maybe I'll do this, and we'll put 1 anchor down here and 1 anchor there. That gives them plenty of room. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll do it like that, and then over here, I always like cutting out a notch so that everything sits flush. So we're at least going to do that. All right, I'm gonna get set up. I'm gonna drill these holes first probably, and then we're just gonna weld it together. I'm gonna put a time lapse out there on Oliver. I'm gonna just let him hit some scrap while I'm doing this, and then it's already late in the afternoon. He just came from college, so I don't know how long he can stay, but we'll see how much we can get done. The GoPro ran out of battery, but we got these things all cleaned up for the most part. There is a little damage to this one. I'm going to try to straighten it out. Not that it really matters. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark off a notch. Okay, now we need to figure out where we're going to drill some holes. See, that fits so much nicer. Just gonna overall look better. I didn't necessarily need to do that, but I like things to look nice. Now this, that's only going to look as nice as that, basically. But that's what they gave us. 4 inches, so we're going to drill a hole 2 inches up. Okay. And then we'll drill one 4 inches down. Okay. So this is going to be the 1/2 inch. I think we'll just go 4 and 4 on the 1/4 inch. Okay, got all of our holes drilled. Okay, I was going to use the big 220 welder, but that thing's a brute. This is some pretty small stuff. So I'm just going to use a little 110 with a flux core. It'll do just fine for this stuff. Well, there you have it. Now, the crazy thing is, I started painting this first one. I was shaking up the can, and it wasn't rattling. I kept trying to get it to rattle. It wouldn't rattle. And then I painted the first one, and it looked gloss black. But I painted the second one, and it was flat black. I'm like, what the hell? Did I use a different can? It was flat black, but for whatever reason, it didn't mix up well, and it like spit out gloss. But hey, they're done. Called the guy, told him to come get them, and hopefully it works out. I mean, that's not my problem. That's short, but that's perfectly fine. That's not really going to be pulling away from the wall like up there, and it's structurally supported the way it's supposed to be. I think this will be just fine. Now, on to some scrapping. We got these extruded aluminum pieces. Got to pull these things off. Let's go see what Oliver did outside. He did a good job out there. How'd you make out? Good? Any problems with those? Pain in the ass? Yeah. So unfortunately, we had a bunch of aluminum transformers. Double aluminums. That's just sad. Sad, sad, sad all the way around. We recovered some stainless nuts with built-in washers for our stockpile. We got a nice little chunk up on the trailer. These lights are big, man. I think what we're gonna have to do is possibly, oh, he put the insides in them. Yeah, so we got a lot of other scrap here, man. We're gonna fill this trailer up by the time we're done. Be a nice little load for Monday. It's all aluminum and stuff like that mainly, not much copper going on. So if we pull $2,000, I'd be surprised. But you know, it's aluminum. We'll get what we can out of it. All right, we're back at it. It's another day. We're going to continue with trying to get these lights processed and out of here. We have these old shoebox. These were probably 1,000 watts at one point. Someone retrofitted them to these LEDs. I doubt we're going to get much out of them. It looks like they pretty much gutted everything that was in them. The LEDs might still work, but maybe we'll try and fire them up. I don't know. But we're gonna knock these out. And we're gonna knock this pallet out right here so we have a clean path out to the trailer. Then we're gonna get right on these big giant lights. And then I got more lights outside. I'm hoping to get all the lights done today. And then take a load of, get all the trash out of here. Underneath that pile, there's actually a barrel with a couple transformers. Really sad yesterday. Oliver pulled a bunch of transformers out of them lights. It seems like most of them were double copper, and these are the only ones that actually had copper in them. Transformer game's in a sad state right now, man. I used to get so many of these. These right here are super heavy. These were awesome. These double copper 1,000 watters. They're still out there, but they're really hard to find. Let's see what we got here. Flathead? Yeah. Whoa, man, make sure you're in the center. it. All right, this might be one of those when in doubt, beat it out moments. Feels like nothing in there. Okay, that's that. Wow, look how crispy that is. They just cooked. Years ago, one of my first LED retrofits was actually an LED retrofit where they went and they changed all these like shoebox low bay lights. They actually put one of these, like a retrofit kit. That's what this is right here. It's like a kit. Yeah. Yep, same exact things. I remember these. I saved all these. I must have had 250 of them, man. And I wound up selling a lot of them. See here. This plate, I believe, is aluminum. So this is definitely like micro scrapping territory. This probably all works, but unfortunately, we're going to send this right to the scrapyard. So, oh, there you go. Oh, damn, look at that, dude. There. Alright, I'm going to get the time lapse set up. We're going to blow through these, clear this table off a little bit, put my welding stuff away, and then, man, we're just going to start tearing into these lights and get that trailer loaded down, man. I mean, there's some heavy lights, man, especially these ones here. Super heavy.
For the ocean, I'm at the bottom of the sea.
All right, I'm gonna give you some head cam action because these are this is the first time I've ever come across these lights. They're kind of interesting. One, they're freaking plastic and extruded aluminum. And they're kind of tedious, man. This is definitely like micro scrapping. Where's that star bit I gave you? So I like how these things have so many different things. That's stainless. There's a lot of stainless hardware on here. Oh, that's interesting. I guess that's so you can hang it, because there's no real mounting point. I guess these just hang. Anyway, these freaking LEDs, there's really like nothing on these things that says service me, or that I can be serviced. I gotta get a new set of these star bits. Look at this. Got nice pieces of extrusion, but then there's plastic. Now, if this is an indoor application, that looks like a light sensor though. If this is indoor application, it's not a bad thing really. But it just shows you that these things are just crap, man. That's aluminum. I mean, we'll send that. It's got some aluminum in it. Probably throw it with the smelter or something. So even if these things were serviceable, the amount of bull crap you got to go through just to get them apart is ridiculous. I think they know that they're not selling parts for these things. Because look how far, like to change these diodes, these LEDs, you'd have to come this far. Obviously you would not break that end off like I did. You would just unplug that. But you'd have to go through this whole process. And it seems like it's just easier to buy new ones. Imagine how much labor you would have paying someone to take this shit apart. With all these screws and how these things are made, I don't understand how they can even be sold for a couple $100 or however. I don't know how much this was, but the fact that there's a lot of plastic on it, I don't think it's a high-end light. And this is the first one I've come across that had this much plastic, and it's probably going to be going forward. I'm probably going to come across more of this. Unfortunately, these are actually real stainless screws. Just stack it in there or put it right out on the trailer until we get this bin emptied. Oliver was just telling me that at his school, they throw away a lot of scrap, and he asked them if he can take it home, and his teacher was like, no. It's kind of messed up, man. Then I asked him if they had a dumpster out there. He could just go get it out of the dumpster. That just shows you how wasteful even schools are, man. What is that teaching you? You know, they're throwing the shit in a dumpster, not even like showing the kids an opportunity, or they should take a day and be like, hey, you know, we're gonna take this to the yard and show you how you can, you know, recycle, save the earth a little bit, save some raw material. But nah, they're just like, they want to teach you book shit and throw stuff in the garbage. Really doesn't make sense to me. All right, now this part was kind of tedious, and Steve came by the other day and I gave him back his air hammer. This would have been perfect for an air hammer. I actually have an air hammer somewhere. Maybe it's right here. I don't know if I have bits for this though. Yeah, I'm not sure where my air hammer bits are. I'm gonna try this though. Okay, those are actually real stainless clips. And then that actually works pretty good. There's really, I don't know, any faster way. I'll show you how I was doing it before. I was just taking this, it works pretty good, probably as fast as that. Give it, you gotta really send it off in one shot. No, I don't have, I was gonna unscrew them, but I don't have an Allen key that small. Even the set that was sent to me by a subscriber, which has a tiny Allen key, is just too big. So you just hit it with the air gun. I gotta take this thing apart. I've had this for a long time. I've never even really used it. And anyway, it's a nice chunk of extrusion. We're getting a nice pile of extrusion in here today. But like I was saying, if you had to take this thing apart, there's no way that it would be worth taking this thing apart. The labor involved of taking this light down, dismantling it, ordering parts, putting it back together. Yeah, this is annoying. Oh. There we go. You just knocked the whole thing off. I think next time the Matco guy comes by, I'm gonna get one of those Silver Eagles like Steve had. When he stopped by, he goes, man, did I leave my air chisel here? He goes, I've needed it so many times. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I only used it like twice since he was gone, but it is a good thing to have. All right, I'm done. Could throw that in the garbage. That thing came from Harbor Freight. It's probably a reason why I never really used it. I think it just needs probably oil in or whatever. But, oh, matter of fact, I got a nice micro scrapping video coming up where I was using the air. I chiseled a bunch of what do you call it? Transformers with it. Yeah, so when the Matco guy comes around, I'm definitely gonna invest. He said that thing was like $400 or something. But a hammer and chisel will get you by just as good. That's a nice heavy piece of extrusion there. Very tedious breaking these down. You really got to get yourself in a good rhythm and have the right tools. Now the air chisel would definitely be the right tool, but if you don't have it, just like a hammer and a punch, you really got to get underneath these. I was trying to pry it off on the top with a screwdriver, it just wasn't working. Okay. I wonder if I could just hammer this whole thing off in one shot. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. When in doubt, beat it out. We're gonna have to get some t-shirts made. All right. And we just got some little residuals here. I mean, this stuff's a mess. Plastic, man. What has the world come to? It's just more ways of them trying to find something to do with all them petroleum products. Because if you don't know, plastic is a byproduct of processing petroleum. So just think about this. Everything you buy at the grocery store, pretty much, plastic bags, your food containers you store food in, they're all byproducts of petroleum. Gas, oil, you know, diesel. So, do you really want your food touching oil-based products? I mean, that's basically what's happening. And that's probably why we have so many problems. There was, you know, some theories that all the plastic stuff It's causing problems. Throw that with our boards. You know, giving people man boobs and turning people gay. I don't know if you looked around lately, but there is like a whole gay epidemic going on. But we won't get into that here because YouTube be on you about talking about homo stuff. Where's our number 2? Do we have a number 2 insulate? I guess not. We'll make one. Now me personally, like honestly, I don't care what you do as long as you ain't affecting someone else or trying to diddle kids and shit. Do I agree with it? Hell no. But am I gonna sit here and tell another human being what to do or how to do it? No, like I said, as long as you're not affecting another human being in a negative way. My problem is, I don't want that shit shoved down my throat. And I damn sure don't care about someone's pronouns. I mean, if you got a dude with a beard wearing a dress, I mean, you just a crazy ass dude to me. We used to have places, and unfortunately they shut them down. They were called insane asylums. And, you know, kept the crazies off the street. Now there's no more insane asylum. And you just got whack jobs out there walking around. Huh. Man, how the heck does this cap come off? Well, I guess it don't want to come apart. We're gonna send it as is. Okay. Yeah, I really wish they would standardize screws. Like, can we just agree on one style? And definitely not flathead. all that, and a little piece of aluminum. And a piece of steel. Okay. We're running out of space, man. We're all gridlocked up in here. We got to get this shit out of here. I was supposed to go do so much work last week. I couldn't bring nothing more into the shop, man. We was just overrun. I want to say it's plastic. I'll send it over to the when in doubt, beat it out section. Yeah, that sounds like plastic. A nice little chunk of cast. We're almost down into our to the bottom here. These things here, LED. Yep, when in doubt, beat it out. I gotta stop dropping shit on my battery. We got a transformer. That's a rare sight these days. You know, I used to get real excited when I used to go pick up these lights, because literally every single light used to have some type of transformer, and there'd be copper to recover. Now we're just on some aluminum recovery stuff. And then when I do come across these transformers, since these fixtures are so old and they've been pretty much retrofitted out over the years, or the ballast in the last 5 years, if a ballast was changed, they ain't spending big money on nice copper transformers. They're gonna change it cheap. We'll save those washers. And so I can already tell just by looking at this, that's copper, hopefully. Yeah. And then that's aluminum. Yep. And that's the problem. You don't get big double coil copper transformers anymore on the scale like I used to. Throw that over there for now. You know, nowadays I'm like happy if I get a half aluminum, half copper. Because like yesterday, Oliver pulled all them lights out and literally I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. It's extruded because it's got a thicker lip and a little lip, and it didn't crack. I don't see them rolling that out of a piece of sheet. I'm gonna assume that's extrusion. If we can knock this out. Yeah. We're sending it. I mean, as long as it looks good. And it ain't got no iron in it. That's the main thing. And it's got a kind of a ring to it. You know, extrusion always has a certain ring to it.